What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. This is a new segment that I want to introduce to my channel. I love watching this on other YouTube channels, so I thought why not make my own sneaker story. And for those who do not know, I live out here in the tropical islands of the Philippines. So the sneaker community, sneaker scene out here is completely different. Owning a pair and having a collection of sneakers out here in the Philippines is a social status. It's a social symbol. And I just happen to live in the hypebeast capital of Manila. And today's sneaker story will be on the Jordan 11 Gamma Blues. So when I first moved out to the Philippines, there was pretty much no sneaker community. It wasn't huge at all. It was very, very tiny. I remember like walking into store. The first Nike store I went to was in Nike Park out in BGC, Manila. And what was in the shelves where I was shocked. It was the Detroit Piston 6s, the Oreo 6s, the anniversary 1s, with the suitcase and everything. And then they even had the Motorsport. You guys remember the Motorsport series with the Motorsport 6s, the Motorsport 6 rings? Those were all in shelves. And in today's community out here in the Philippines, that will never happen. Sorry for getting off topic, but let's get into how I purchased these sneakers. 3 days before the release, they put out the mechanics, and what you have to do is you have to have at least a 1,000 peso worth of receipt to avail these, just to have a chance to line up. I thought that was whack and kind of very money hungry of them to do such a thing, but my hypebeast dumbass self went ahead and picked up a pair of shin guards. Alright, so when you have the 1,000 peso receipt, that is not a sure pair. That just means that you are allowed, not a sure pair, allowed to line up outside the door for a pair of these sneakers. So me, my girlfriend, and my boy all got receipts, so we were ready to do this. The game plan was to go a day before the release because we all knew there was going to be a camp out for these. We just didn't know how early. So we all head back home, and that very night when they released the mechanics and everything, I got a text from a sneaker friend of mine. He said, yo, there is a line in BGC, 20 people deep already. So me, my girlfriend, and my boy all met up in BGC in front of Nike and ended up being like 30 in line. And you're probably thinking, who the hell camps out 3 days for a pair of not even retro colorway Jordan 11s? People thought we camped out and slept there for 3 days and didn't move. The Philippines has their very own way of camping out. Pretty much the first person in line brings a notebook and pen, and then they write their name down. Alright? And so when more people come, they'll write their name down. Every time you go to a camp out or a release, you always look for the first person in line because they will always have a notebook and a pen for you to write down your name. So you're not like because that's the thing, like stores out here don't want you standing outside their stores. So the night that we started camping out, there ended up being about 50 people. So back to how people camp out here in the Philippines is, they'll put their name down, and after 3 hours, they will do a roll call. Meaning they will call out the names on the list. If you are not on that list, your name will be scratched out. Once the roll call is over, they will call another set time. Say they'll do another 3 hours. So say the roll call is at 12 a.m. The first roll call was at 12 a.m. They did a whole roll call, everyone was there, cool. And then they announced that the next roll call would be at 3 a.m. They'll do every 3 hours. So 3 a.m., that's when everybody has to be back in line in order of the list, and that's when they will do the roll call. So you get to go home 3 hours, do whatever you want to do. Luckily, my little brother had a place out in BGC, so we just walked there, took a power nap, came back at 3 a.m. And this is the crazy part, when they did the roll call, there were about 10 people out of the list. So we bumped down from 30, we ended up being the 20th in line because the 10 people just never showed up again. So their names were crossed off the list. Very next day, there were 300 people in line. So pretty much it got too crowded, too hectic. So the security guards and Nike placed us in the back of the store, like where the parking is. So that's where they ended up putting the 300 people in line. And mind that no one knows how many pairs Nike has of the Gamma Blue 11s, but we were already 300 deep. 2 days before the release. So let's fast forward to when all the drama started happening. So the night before they're about to release these sneakers, there are about 500 people in line already. Alright, so there are 500 people in the back of Nike. It is being monitored by Nike very well, very organized. Them knowing that there's 500 people already in the back of Nike waiting for a pair of sneakers, Nike decides to pull this stunt. They post on their Facebook 2 days after knowing that there's like hundreds of people in the back of Nike already camping out for these sneakers. Nike posts on their Facebook page how many pairs they will be releasing for the Gamma Blue 11s, and the number is 300. So by this time, everyone's freaking out. Nike, everyone's pissed off at Nike for letting them even camp out for that long, for telling the public that late, the night before they release these, how many there will be. So 200 people are pissed off, everyone's angry, everyone's tired, they just wanna get the freaking sneakers. So 200 people is marked off the roll call list, the last 300 is left, and on our final roll call, one guy starts freaking out, and we're like, where's this commotion coming from? He saw in front of the Nike store, there are about 100 people in front of the line. Hundreds of us go in front of the store to confront these guys and tell them there is a list, it's organized, it's monitored by Nike, and they are just not having it. Just a bunch of douchebags. Just listen, they're there at 6 a.m. like a few hours left before these sneakers are released. Hours left, and they're in front expecting to get a pair. 100 of them, and a lot of them came from the 200 that was dropped off the original 500 that was in the back of Nike. One side is just confronting the front of the line. It looked like a scene from Green Street Hooligans. So the people monitoring the lineup, the campout, told the people in front of the line that they were moved to the back. And little did we know that Nike posted, again, stupid Nike posted, no mechanics saying that the line had to be in the back of Nike. So there was no point, they put no location on where the line started. And those douchebags saw that and thought that, you know what, this is our opportunity to be a bunch of scumbags and get our pair. And this is when the drama kicks in. The people monitoring, this is what I hate about like stupid staff in the Philippines, is they can't speak for themselves. They're so scared of the consumers, that they're so scared of losing their jobs, and I don't blame them, but you just gotta have a firm grip of the situation, especially on the release of the Jordan 11s. We all know how crazy Jordan 11 releases are. So Nike, being the douchebags that they are, ended up accommodating the 100 people in front of the store. I know, you guys would have been flipping out if you guys were in that. So what they did was they took the original 200 that was in the big 500 that's already left in the 300. They keep the 200 and then they added the 100 in front of the store after the 200. I don't know if you guys get what I mean, but so they added them to the list, knocking off the last 100 in the 300 list. So everyone's freaking out. There's just so much drama. What happened to common respect, to respecting the line, to respecting the man? It was just a crazy 3 days for us. So bottom line is, we did not stay out there, sleep there for 3 days. We were only there for every roll call. We were there for a roll call which would last about 15 minutes. We just came back to the line every 3 hours. We did not sleep there for 3 days. We just came back for every roll call. At the end of the day, me, my girlfriend, and my boy ended up victorious. We got our pairs. I do apologize if the story is too damn long. I just wanted to share it. I love these segments. I love watching these. I hope you guys did enjoy. One huge shout out to Sneakerhead in the Bay for featuring me, letting me post my video, featuring me in his channels featured. Huge thank you. A very humble and friendly and helpful guy. I cannot thank you enough. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please do hit that thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. If you guys want to keep chopping it up with me, you guys can always find me on Instagram and Twitter, both under Ralph McFly Guy. With all that being said, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace!